Everyone?
Alright. Hey. High five. How's the sound? What's it sound like?
Fantastic.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming out to next up Screenplay series Pulp Fiction by Erik Deckers. We are going to get started at 7:15, so feel free to order some wonderful drinks here at the bar. You get coffee or your alcohol drinks and food. And then also we have wonderful offers here at the front. Part of the premise of Pulp Fiction is that it's set in a bookstore. So thus we have real offers. Feel free to talk to them here and also during inhibition as well. So they have books for singles, and they have books for free. So just check them out, and they're right open. We'll start at 7:15.
It's got a bit of wild. I wanted to go.
You're good, you're good.
Joshua? Joshua? White hot chocolate?
Good to see you. How's it going? You're in an obvious.
I'm not worried about it.
I'm sure they read it one day. Let's go right changing the storyline. I wasn't a stone, I was asked to leave. Yeah, there's an important.
Hi, everyone. Wow. Thank you all so much for being here. Wonderful, awesome news. We are at max capacity. Huge thank you, Thanks for being such an amazing venue for us. So if you haven't tried their drinks, coffee, alcohol, the food is fantastic. So make sure to do that. We are going to have an intermission. So if you want to, we'll attend an intermission in between. So just a couple of things. My name is Kimberly DiPersia. I am the artistic director of All the Line Studio here. So this is Next Step Screenplay series. This is designed as that next step between a writer writing a feature-length screenplay and getting it produced as a feature film. So often we have people create scripts, we have authors write, and what happens next? They save it in a file on their computer, they print it out, they put it in the Word, what happens? Well, we come along and we take that script, we put it on stage with live actors in front of an audience. This allows the author to, the playwright, the screenwriter, to get immediate feedback on what works, what doesn't work, what's funny, what's not funny. Find some amazing actors that they might want to cast in their future hits. And then there's a Q&A afterwards with our screenwriter so that the audience can ask all your burning questions, like what made you write this? Was this inspired by something? This month is very exciting because it's Pulp Fiction by Erik Deckers. And this is a special show because this was originally conceived as a series, a television series, and several episodes of this was already filmed. This has since been restructured as like a feature-length script. And now we have so much of the original cast coming out to reprise their roles and some new fresh faces as well. So this is just really kind of like a half reunion, half reboot type of thing. So yes, so we're doing that. So it's going to be very, very fun. And before we start, I want to give a huge thank you to our sponsor, Titus Painting Services. If you need any painting services for your wonderful, lovely house, please give them a call. Our number is right in there, right in our book as well. A couple other things that you haven't looked, we have a musical film that we're going to be making. It's called What About Paris? It is a short film, so it's for the OIF Studio Roar Challenge. So it's part of this big competition. We screen at the AMC Theater in Altamont Springs, and it's going to be fantastic. We have a GoFundMe that we've launched for to help us raise mutual funds to provide stipends for our cast and crew. We have it set in the 1950s, so we're going to have period costumes and everything. It's going to be fantastic. So there's a QR code if you want to learn more about it. Just spread the word or anything like that. And then one last note, we did get nominated for Orlando Weekly's Best of Orlando. So if you have a moment of your days, up until July 15th, you can vote for us for Best Recurring Arts Nights. It's in the Arts and Entertainment section. Feel free to check that out. And you can vote every single day until July 15th. So you can task it in your calendar and give us a vote. That is all of the announcements for today. Intermission will be happening. We'll have our writers and everything. So with that, sit back, enjoy the show, and welcome to Pulp Fiction by Erik Deckers.
Act 1, Scene 1, Pulp Fiction Bookstore, Friday morning. Alex Polk, owner of the bookstore, sits in the front honored reading. A robber bursts in, he jabs a pocket hand at Alex as if he's hiding a gun.
Give me everything in the door now!
You realize this is a bookstore, right?
What?
Yeah, we're a bookstore.
Shit, man.
The robber throws some crumpled money onto the counter and runs out and races down the street. Alex never looks up. She slowly slides the money off the counter and into her pocket and keeps reading. Scene 2, back office. Later that day, Alex is sitting at her desk. Piles of paper and books barely leave her a place to work. Leo, a suave and rather handsome-looking business type in a very nice suit, is sitting on the other side of the desk. God, he looks good. The office is dark and piles of books, magazines, and newspapers that Alex has been promising to read for the last 20 years are stacked on the floor.
I need to lose how much money?
10 or pay 30.
Speak English, Leo. I do books, not math.
I do books too. E-books. You'll owe the IRS an extra $30,000 if you don't end this month. 10,000 in the red.
That doesn't make sense.
It's the government.
What the hell do they know?
When you opened the store, you promised me I would lose money.
It's a bookstore. How could I fail?
Lack of effort.
Mother always said I'd never succeed at anything. Breaking even doesn't count.
Breaking even isn't losing money. How much money did you get from the holdup guy this morning?
$28. Moron. Last guy gave me 57. Can I just donate more to an orphanage?
You've already maxed out your charitable giving.
Don't tell that to my ex.
I do. Edward calls me every week.
You're worth every penny I pay you. What if I paid you more?
We did that last year, so I'm already charging you. It's a red flag.
There is a knock at the door. Carolyn, the young, bright, but slightly arrogant bookstore employee and not so good coffee counter manager, hesitates to enter. Can I come in? Sure. Carolyn enters with 2 coffee cups and hands one to Leo. Do you want any cream or sugar?
Why mess with perfection?
Carolyn hands Alex a cup and heads for the door. Let me know if I can get you anything else. Carolyn exits. Leo hands his cup to Alex, and Alex pours both cups into the dirt of a nearly dead potted plant by her desk.
Drink that stuff and this could be you.
Alex opens a cabinet behind her desk, revealing a high-end espresso machine. She sets one of the cups on the tray and brews a cup of coffee.
Tell me again, why don't you teach her how to make a cup of coffee?
Why mess with perfection?
Simon, Pulp Fiction's manager, book aficionado, and Alex's longtime friend, enters without knocking.
Alex, I'm putting out these Lost in Indiana books we have sitting in the storeroom.
Simon hands Alex a copy of Lost in Indiana.
Interesting choice.
I hate that book.
Then why do we have 200 copies?
I drink too much. I don't question your hairstyles, do I?
Well, it's Indiana Authors Month. We need to feature famous Indiana writers. Also, I have great hair.
Put some John Green books out then. He's from here.
Yay, more John Green. We could just be like every other bookstore. Except sad teenage girls are not really our target audience.
We have a target audience? Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong.
I thought AP Clutterbuck was an inspired choice.
Agreed.
Remember, I pay your salary.
You can't afford not to.
Lost in Indiana is this generation's On the Road.
Have you even read On the Road?
Of course. I read it in high school, and it inspired me to hitchhike across the country when I was in college.
That's deep. And sad. Right, Leo? That's sad.
Whatever you say, you write the checks and other things.
Still, no.
No.
I hate that book. Throw some Vonnegut out there. He's from Indiana, too.
Ooh, that'll be different.
Just do whatever you want, but no Lost in Indiana.
God, you lack imagination. You hired me to run this bookstore. At least let me run it.
I hired you because you're my friend.
Whatever.
Simon storms off. Alex tosses the book into the potted plant. She looks at it.
Maybe that's what killed the plant. What about hiring another employee?
There would be more people. You know how I hate people.
What about Simon?
Simon's not people. Besides, he keeps the shop from burning down.
What about Carol?
She's what it might burn down.
I still think hiring someone may be your best option.
People or taxes? That's like choosing between hemorrhoids and a yeast infection. Neither is good and they'll both ruin Friday night.
Leo looks out of the office door.
Don't look now, but you have a customer.
Why won't they leave me alone?
He's buying coffee.
Oh, that's gas.
Well, you have your assignment. Don't fail.
My whole life is a series of failures, but I save those stories for a therapist. Otherwise, we just sit there in an awkward silence.
Scene 3, Pulp Fiction sales floor, seconds later. Leo heads out onto the bookstore sales floor as Alex follows.
But you're good at telling stories.
See where that got me?
Life of comfort, one without want.
I know. I'm so miserable. Don't rub it in.
Simon crosses carrying a stack of Vonnegut.
I hate you.
I think you're contagious.
Misery loves company.
I can't believe you haven't told him.
What? Ruin our relationship? It's perfect the way it is. The moment he finds out, he'll go all fanboy on me and I have to have him killed.
Let me know. I know a guy.
Can he do it for $10,000?
Alex picks up a copy of Lost in Indiana on the counter and shows it to Leo.
I wanted to tell him, but other than you and my sister, no one knows.
Alex tosses it in the trash.
And who do you have to thank for that?
You. That's why I keep you around.
Misery loves company.
Leo watches the guy buying coffee.
How long does it take to buy a cup of coffee?
Alex looks over at the guy with Carolyn at the coffee bar.
Yeah, that's not a customer. That's my nephew Matt. He doesn't come with the coffee.
Matt, a dark-haired Winnie the Pooh type in his mid-20s, tries to act smooth. He leans on the counter and accidentally dips his tie into his coffee cup. He sees what he's done, stands up, and spills his coffee everywhere. Carolyn grabs a towel and starts wiping.
He makes me feel good about myself.
He must be a mess.
He is.
Simon crosses again.
What was I going to? Oh, that's right, I hate you.
He reminds me of my mother.
A therapist could build their whole career on you. I'll check back in tomorrow, so get to work.
I don't work well on a deadline.
Not true.
Shut up.
Leo exits as Simon approaches.
Okay, truce. I can't take any more of this sexual tension.
Ew, not even if I were straight.
Your favorite customer's here.
They look over at Matt and Carolyn. Matt is wringing out his tie into the cup.
Can we ban him from the store?
Sure,
We can?
but it won't stop him. I tried it once. My sister made me take him back.
Why, is she blackmailing you?
Why? What did she tell you?
Matt comes over.
Hey, how's my favorite aunt? You know, because she's like my only aunt, so she has to be my favorite aunt. You know, got it? Yeah.
Sure, yeah, because of the...
Right, yeah. So, things are good. Yeah, thanks for asking.
I didn't ask. Did you, Alex?
I didn't.
We didn't ask. Thanks for coming, Matt. Bye.
Are you on your lunch break, Matt?
Sort of. They don't really mind if I'm not in the office.
Because no one wants you around.
Carolyn does.
I hope.
Matt notices and grabs Lost in Indiana out of the trash.
Hey, how'd this get in here?
Accident?
It's a national treasure.
You've read Lost in Indiana?
Alex is standing a little behind Simon, out of his eye line. She looks panicked and shakes her head slightly at Matt.
Who hasn't? It's like required reading in every high school. And when you're from our family.
With such strong Hoosier inbreeding, it's practically inescapable.
Tell me about it. I mean, we all have the Clutterbuck middle name.
Your middle name is Clutterbuck?
Mm-hmm. It's a family tradition.
Matt, don't you have to get back to work?
Well, you know how I said how they don't mind if I'm not in the office?
I wasn't listening.
Actually, they don't mind if I'm ever there again.
Please tell me it means you're working from home.
Yeah, sort of.
Are you still employed?
Sure.
The unkind?
Exactly. Unemployed.
You were fired?
I prefer to call it early retirement.
What happened? Find the biggest book here and beat me to death with it.
It really was just a funny misunderstanding.
Scene 4. Flashback. Office copy room day. Matt is making photocopies. As he removes the document from the copier, he accidentally copies his hand, blinding himself with the flash of the copier. He staggers for a moment, recovers, and pulls the copies off the machine. He laughs at his hand copy. Looking over his shoulder, he opens the copier cover and puts his face on the glass. He copies his face repeatedly. Scene 5, moments later. Matt has his pants around his ankles as he sits on the copier glass copying his butt. A sweet little old lady walks in, freezes in horror and shock, clutches at her chest and staggers. Scene 6, back to present. Pulp Fiction Bookstore.
Something about sexual harassment, restraining order, and staying 5 feet. Or
500 feet?
Yeah, right, 500 feet from the office.
You couldn't have just at least beat me unconscious?
Well, we need to help you find a job. You do that for me? Sure. One that will require you to be in your own office. A lot.
Well, I work better when I'm not tied down to a desk.
What are your skills? Surely we can find a match. Oh, I can't believe you're so willing to help me out.
Simon is so selfless.
Agreed. Let's see, I'm good at internet marketing. I'm like a social media expert.
Are we all? I have Snapchat too.
What's that?
Oh, Lord.
Wait!
What?
You know social media marketing!
Yeah,
No, he does not.
I do. I have a tweeter.
See? He doesn't.
Matt, how would you like a job?
Alex, don't do it.
Working for you?
Well, for Simon.
What?
Can you start Monday?
Absolutely.
Wonderful!
Matt jumps for joy, hugs Simon, who is stiff with anger, and runs over to Carolyn. Alex and Simon watch Carolyn and Matt hold hands and jump like little kids.
I will have you killed.
Leo says he knows a guy.
Simon stomps off. Scene 7, Pulp Fiction Bookstore, Monday morning. Alex is at the counter ringing up a customer. Carolyn is on the cafe counter, wiping down and tidying. Matt is there drinking coffee.
Hey, Matt, do you ever wonder what it'd be like if our knees bent the other way?
Matt ponders this deeply. Simon enters from the back. The customer pays for their purchase and leaves.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy it.
Alex, I need to tell you something. Promise you won't be mad?
You're not off to a good start.
You got a message from someone from your grad school.
Why would I be mad about that?
Wow, that's a long time ago. It's hard to imagine you as a little kid, and Alex. Sheesh.
Graduate school, Matt, not grade school. It wasn't that long ago.
I didn't know you went to graduate school. What for?
I got my master's degree in creative writing 12 years ago.
That's what the guy was calling about. Let me start over. You see, last month, I got an email from a publisher about organizing a special event here at Pulp Fiction. They wanted to have one of your classmates do a reading to kick off his book tour.
Okay, seeing why I might get mad.
And I said yes.
God damn it!
You said you wouldn't be mad.
I said no such thing! Who was this for?
Lester Gillespie.
God damn it, Simon!
What's wrong?
Come on! Anyone but Lester freaking Gillespie.
Why? Who's Lester freaking Gillespie?
He was some pompous jackass in my writing program. He always said my writing was so good. He called me...
What did you call you?
Never mind.
Oh, come on. It can't be that bad.
Mia ham-fisted.
That's just mean. Lester freaking Gillespie sounds like a real jackass.
Thank you.
Besides, with your love life, I would have called you Hope So.
Or Brianna Scurry.
What are you talking about?
Brianna Scurry, the U.S. women's soccer goalie. She was my hero when I was a kid.
I don't know what to say to you sometimes.
I know.
What?
What it would be like if our knees bent the other way.
Carolyn and Matt return to the coffee counter deep in discussion.
I don't want to know. Simon, I never liked Lester. He was a hoity-toity elitist who used his father's connections to get his book published. Then by some fluke, it barely cracked the Times bestseller list, and Lester thinks he did it all on his own.
Well, I still want to do the event, but I'll go take his books off the shelves right now.
Don't bother. I keep them in the back and use them for skeet shooting. Also, I don't want to do the event.
What? I can't hear you. No.
Simon rushes off, the door chimes, and Lester and Ashley enter. Lester is dressed like a stereotypical writer. Ashley is a mean girl who dresses like she has money. She follows Lester around like a little puppy seeking his approval.
Alex Polk. So good to see you.
Hi, Les. It's been a long time.
Lester, actually. I stopped going by Les after my first book came out.
Alex and Lester hug like two people who can't stand each other, do air kisses on each cheek.
You remember Ashley, don't you, from our MFA program?
Ashley Butterfield, of course. How are you?
I'm well, you know, spending time with my family, working on my third novel, and helping Lester with publicity for his upcoming book tour.
So this is your little bookstore. I love it. So tiny, cozy.
It reminds me of the place where you did your first reading of Beleaguered House. Do you remember? That was such a dumpy little place.
You remember Beleaguered House, don't you, Alex? That's the book I published right out of grad school. You know, the one that made the New York Times bestseller list.
Oh, when you were in last place for 1 week?
A bestseller's a bestseller, right? How are your books doing, Alex?
Matt and Carolyn approach.
Les, this is my nephew Matt, who handles our marketing, and Carolyn, who's our coffee shop manager.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Freaking Gillespie.
Carolyn,
Alex said your name is Freaking Gillespie? Did your parents hyphenate it when they got married? Are you Mrs. Freaking Gillespie?
Lester and Ashley look very confused.
Carolyn, you are hilarious. I need you to do the coffee inventory.
Oh, I did. We have 4 pounds of regular and 1 pound of decaf.
The beans, Carolyn. I want you to count the beans.
Oh, come on. Made me count the beans last time. Fine. I'll count the stupid beans.
Simon returns.
Alex, I couldn't find any of that Jack Kerouac's poetry book, so we're gonna have to order some more. Hello, Simon. Simon Cowell.
Lester and Simon shake hands. Simon is enamored. Ashley is irritated.
Hi, Lester freaking Gillespie.
I'm Carolyn. I don't even know where she gets these things.
97, 98, 99.
Carolyn glares in Alex's direction, looks down at the cup, loses count.
Damn it!
Look, Simon, I don't think I want to do this.
So what brings you to Indianapolis?
Well, we're in town for a couple of weeks, so I can do a guest lecture at the university, and Ashley, who is working as my publicist, thought it would be a good idea if I organized a reading with some of my classmates on Saturday to kick off my latest book tour.
And I thought it would be great if we could find a local bookstore, so I immediately thought of your tiny store, and I've been coordinating with Lester's publisher.
Oh, gee, I'm so flattered.
I'm sure you probably wouldn't be interested, but we could make time for you to read some of your work at the end.
The lineup is already full right now, Lester. I don't know if we can make room.
We'll just cut Grayson. No one needs yet one more coming of age because my mom died story. We already have 3 of those. Anyway, Alex, it's your store, so I guess it's only fair. Do you have something you could read?
No, I don't really have anything I'd want to share.
Wait, and Alex, what about,
No, I don't have anything, Matt.
It's okay. Not everyone got to be as successful as, well, most of us. So. But having you on my stage could certainly help promote you. You know what they say, a rising tide lifts all boats.
Or wipes everything out.
Oh, before I forget, my publisher is hosting a little cocktail party for me tomorrow night at St. Elmo's Steakhouse. My treat, or rather, my publisher's treat. All my friends from grad school are invited, and you can come too, of course. Bring a friend.
He hands Alex an invitation.
After that, I'm off to my sister's cabin in Nashville for a little writing retreat, and I'm unplugging, and I won't be back until Saturday night. And by the way, if you have any of my books in stock, I'd be happy to autograph them.
Our research shows they sell for 20% more if he signed them.
No, I'm sorry, we don't get any requests for your books. At all. Ever.
Really? That's surprising. Maybe you just don't get the right kind of customers, but you read them, right?
No, can't say that I have. I should probably give them a shot.
that's funny because you just.
Alex steps on Matt's foot.
Ah! And Alex, how's my foot?
Lester pulls a book out of a jacket pocket and a Sharpie and signs it.
That's all right. I've never read any of your little books either.
I haven't either.
I understand. I use a lot of big words and your lips would get tired.
Lester hands the book to Alex, but Simon grabs it away first.
Well, we should be going. I was going to invite you to lunch, Alex, but I'd rather save our witty repartee for the weekend.
Oh, good. Just what I wanted. Less Gillespie.
Lester and Ashley turn to leave.
Since you're free for lunch now, I'd love to talk about your work. What? I'm a big fan.
Simon hands the book to Alex. He and Lester leave, chatting amiably. Ashley skittering behind them. Alex stares after them and walks away. Chad, a regular patron and blogger of cool downtown haunts with 27 followers, enters wearing a scooter helmet.
Hey, Carolyn. Hey, Matt.
What do you want?
Oh, what is my favorite coffee shop is doing?
This is a bookstore.
Jackass. What's that?
I said this is a bookstore.
No, the other day. Oh, I called you a jackass.
Matt!
That's hilarious. You're such a kidder, Matt. I love the energy here. The good nature back and forth, pretending to give each other a hard time. I'm so glad we can tease each other like this.
Yeah, it's great.
Carolyn, you ready for lunch? We can ride on my new scooter.
You bet. I'm going to lunch, Alex. I'll finish counting the beans. We have 20,042 beans.
You really got all those beans?
No, she never checks.
Carolyn and Chad leave as Matt stares after them. As they walk out the door, Chad turns and waves pleasantly at Matt. Alex returns, and she and Matt are staring after them.
I really hate that guy and Alex.
I know the feeling, kid.
Alex holds up the book Lester signed.
Hey, want to go skeet shooting this weekend?
End of Act 1. Act 2, Scene 8, front counter. Later that Monday afternoon, Alex and Leo are at the front counter. Matt and Carolyn are talking at the coffee counter. Simon returns from lunch carrying 3 of Lester's books.
Simon, what the hell did you get me into? I don't want to do Lester's stupid reading event. I don't even want to read his stupid-ass books myself, let alone listen to him read his.
But you have to. We need to do it for the store.
Why didn't you just ask me about this first?
Because you would have just said no. You never do any special events.
Because I don't want people in the store. They stand around staring at my books and they clutter the place up.
Oh, come on. You haven't let me do anything since the John Green event.
We got a cease and desist letter, so I ceased and desisted.
Just for that event, Alex. Not every event you might ever do again.
I don't know, they sounded serious.
You have to do this, Alex.
No, I don't.
But what about Lester?
Fuck Lester Gillespie.
Simon smiles coyly at Alex.
Oh, Jesus, keep it in your pants.
Alex, remember when I said you have to either spend $10,000 or make $30,000?
What? Why do you have to spend $10,000? Can I spend that on the marketing for the weekend? We could really make a splash on Lester's big event.
Quiet. The grown-ups are talking.
Grown-ups, you put a whoopee cushion in my chair last month.
Last month. She put a spring snake in my briefcase last week.
She replaced the bathroom air freshener with fart spray and blamed the smell on Carolyn.
And she still eats Cap'n Crunch 3 times a week.
Yeah, we both do that.
Fine, Simon, the business people are talking.
Then I shouldn't be talking to any of you.
Whatever. I just don't want to do the event. The last thing I want is for Lester and all of our former classmates rubbing their successes in my face and acting like what they did is so fucking important.
Why? What's wrong with that?
They're all so self-important and sanctimonious about the slights they've suffered as children, so they turned them into novels about their fucking life journeys. If I have to hear 6 people whine about their journey to self-fucking acceptance, I'll beat myself to death with Carolyn's coffee pot.
What's that? Did you want some coffee, Alex?
No, thank you, honey. You just stay there.
You know, her coffee might be a less painful way to kill yourself.
Doubt it.
Come on, Alex, you have to do it.
No, I don't. Having to see all those people again and having them think they're better than you. When
you wrote what?
Yeah, Alex, when you wrote what?
Carolyn, Leo said he'd love some coffee.
Perfect, I'll be right there.
Damn it, Alex!
Leo stomps off.
This sucks. You never let me do anything fun with the store.
Simon wants some too.
Simon stomps off. Scene 9, back office. It's later that Monday. Alex sits at her desk, her phone to her ear.
No, you can't talk me out of it, Leo. I'd rather lose 10 than struggle to make 30. Sure, I can. Matt adds to my overhead, plus he's pure entertainment. It's like having my own real-life Steve Urkel. He's good for at least $10,000 loss, even once we cancel the event. No, I haven't told Lester yet. I'll call him tonight.
The office door opens, Simon enters, slams a book on Alex's desk, and storms out. Alex flinches and sits up and picks up the book.
All right, I gotta run. Simon just threw Stephen King's Death Zone at me. Because anytime he's mad at me, he quits talking to me and uses book titles to send a message about his mood. No, it's fun. Just a couple of times a year. So. Oh, he's coming back. Gotta go.
There's a knock, and then the office door opens again. Alex ducks behind her desk as Carolyn peeks in. Carolyn enters, carrying a tray with a cup of coffee and accessories. Alex stands up.
I bet you were thinking about a little treat.
I bet I wasn't.
Well, knowing how much you like my coffee,
If you only knew how much.
and how much you like donuts.
Old-fashioned sour cream?
Right, well, here you go.
Carolyn sets the tray on her desk and Alex examines it.
I think you're missing a little something, sweetie. The donuts?
Oh, that's the treat. It's in the coffee.
Alex stirs the coffee and lifts the spoon. Sludge pours off. She looks at Carolyn with an insincere smile.
Oh boy. This looks, good?
Carolyn waits for Alex to taste it. Alex hesitates. Carolyn doesn't leave. Alex stirs the coffee some more. She stalls by adding some cream. Smells the aroma, sets the coffee down and starts looking through the desk. Simon enters the office and Carolyn turns around. Simon throws the book on Alex's desk and leaves. Before Carolyn can turn around, Alex grabs the book and purposely knocks the coffee over with it.
Oops, damn it. Simon!
Oh, let me help you.
Oh, no. I can clean it up. It's all right.
Alex looks at the book.
The quick and the dead.
I'll have to make you another one.
Oh, I'll take a rain check on that. I'm all copied out.
Carolyn leaves the office and passes Matt, who enters with a cup of Starbucks coffee, which he hands to Alex.
Wait, hey, is that
No.
Alex slams the door shut.
You know, I can't thank you enough for this job, Alex. I've had such a good time.
I'm glad it all worked out, but let's set some ground rules. No photocopying your ass. I don't think the copier can support the weight.
Understood.
We'll set you up with a computer at the front desk.
Right, for maximum customer interaction.
Then no. Maybe you can work from home. Also, no mentioning to Simon or anyone else about this.
Simon opens the door and Alex ducks behind Matt. Simon frisbees an object and it hits Matt in the chest. As Matt grabs his chest in pain, Alex picks it up. It's a DVD of Murder, She Wrote.
Hiring you is one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Matt leaves the office, still holding his chest in pain. Scene 10, bookstore, sales floor. Alex approaches Simon, who is organizing the Vonnegut display. She's carrying the DVD.
I'm disappointed in you. Murder, She Wrote? You could have done better. This isn't even a book. It's a TV series.
It's a literary protest.
And you went with season 7? Angela Lansbury did her best work in season 4. Do we even have a video section?
It's mine. I ran upstairs to get it. Look, maybe you don't take this bookstore seriously, but it's been my dream to surround myself with great books and stories that mean something. And I want to share that with the world.
Or just Indianapolis?
You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. This looks like a great display.
Wow, that must have hurt.
More than you know. Kurt Vonnegut would have been,
Proud?
I was going to say indifferent, but what does it matter? He's dead.
Ooh, that's cold. How about a little respect?
For dying, not one of his greatest accomplishments. Anybody can do that. Fine. All right. We'll do Lester's stupid event this weekend. Are you happy?
Seriously?
Sure. Matt can help you.
Seriously?
He can help you put together a big marketing plan where you spend lots of money on printed flyers and signs and getting to the top page of Google or whatever. I don't even know. And if you two play nice, it might lead to more events with more expensive flyers and maybe author appearances.
Did I actually hit you in the head with one of those books?
Matt walks by.
No, you hit me!
Yeah, I know.
Matt crosses to Carolyn at the coffee bar and sits. He points at his head and she tends to his head.
It didn't even hit you in the head. And it wasn't a book. It was a DVD. I don't care. Look, so I can really do it?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, it's gonna be so much fun! Oh, what if we could get the author of Lost in Indiana to show up as well? That would be great. I hear he lives around here.
No.
Oh, come on, Alex. Just think if we could get A.P. Clutterbuck to come here.
With 4 days' notice, it would be short of impossible.
So it's possible.
No, impossible.
It would be the biggest literary event in Indianapolis since our John Green
Fiasco?
I was going to say event, but there are no big literary events here in Indianapolis. So this would be it.
No.
We get national headlines.
No.
A.P. Clutterbuck has never made a public appearance, and the book came out in 2012.
It's not that long ago. Oh, hell, that's 12 years ago.
I could call around and find his manager.
Hold on. I just agreed to hold an event where I have to pretend to be nice to people who don't respect me. Don't push it.
I hate you, but I love you.
Alex leaves to her office.
Matt, we have an assignment. If I don't kill you before this weekend, it could be awesome.
Simon rushes out. Scene 11, back office the next day, Tuesday morning. Alex is sitting at her desk and Leo is sitting on the other side. They're chatting when there's a knock at the door.
Alex, are you guys free for a minute?
Yeah, what do you need?
Are you decent?
Carolyn!
Why wouldn't we be decent?
Well, I just thought you guys were in here discussing things again.
Ew, Carolyn, that's terrible.
Why would you say ew?
Well, you guys are in here a lot.
Because it's nicer in here.
I mean, I wouldn't say ew.
Besides, we have business discussions. Leo is my business manager. I run a business, so business discussion.
I certainly wouldn't say that it's terrible.
When I was little, my parents used to have discussions when they thought I was asleep.
You know we're not the bookstore parents, right?
And I could hear them sometimes.
Carolyn?
And you didn't have to say it like I'm a leper.
Sometimes it sounded like they were fighting, but they just kept yelling the same thing over and over again.
Oh, God.
That's what they were yelling.
You know, you'd be lucky to have me. I'm a goddamn delight, and I hope you realize that one day.
Leo storms out of the room.
That's what my mom said before she left us.
Leo storms back in.
I forgot my briefcase.
Leo grabs his briefcase and starts to leave.
Leo, wait.
He turns back, hopeful. Alex hands him a big envelope.
Can you take this to the post office for me, please?
He snatches the envelope and storms out again.
Thank you. Anyway, did you want something?
Matt and Simon enter.
Where's Leo going in such a hurry?
Is he crying?
Did you make Leo cry?
Leo doesn't cry.
Does he? He's too tough. I saw him cry once. A crow flew down and snatched a $100 bill right out of his hand.
Do you all want something?
No, not really.
Then why are you in here? I have work to do.
You mean like making Leo cry? Because job well done. We can close up shop for the day.
I didn't make Leo cry. He had a meeting or something.
So what are we doing here?
Carolyn called us.
You are probably wondering why I asked you here today.
You just heard us discussing this, right?
I know. I just really like how they say it at the end of a mystery. Anyway, I've been experimenting with some new coffee flavors for Lester freaking Gillespie's event on Saturday, and I want you all to be my taste testers, so we can see which flavors work best.
Alex and Simon look horrified.
Sure, that'd be great.
Great. We just need to go out to my coffee counter.
Wait. You called us in here to ask us to go out there?
Uh-huh.
I should go check on Leo. He did seem really upset.
Oh, come on. It'll just take a minute.
That's what my ex-husband used to say.
About what?
Yeah, Alex. Alex, about what?
Matt whispers in Carolyn's ear.
Oh, God.
That's what she said.
Not after a minute, she didn't.
Scene 12, bookstore sales floor. Alex, Simon, and Matt have accompanied Carolyn to her coffee counter.
Okay. You're all probably wondering why I asked you here today.
God damn it, Carolyn.
Right, sorry. Anyway, I want to try out some new flavors for the weekend. I got the idea after seeing serves in other coffee shops.
You went to other coffee shops?
You bought some flavored serves?
Uh-huh.
Carolyn hands them each a cup of coffee.
First, try this one.
They try a sip of the coffee.
Is that vanilla?
Yes, exactly. I bought a bottle of vanilla, but that stuff's really expensive, so I probably won't push that one too much.
You know you can buy big bottles of fake stuff like Starbucks uses at the store.
But will my coffee taste like Starbucks?
There's no danger of that, sweetie.
Oh, cool, thank you.
She hands them 3 new cups.
Now try this one.
They all taste it.
I'm detecting a note of cinnamon.
Easy, Gordon Ramsay.
That's right, Matt. I boiled cinnamon sticks and used the water to make the coffee. But I had to do that for 20 minutes before I got enough flavor.
You can also get cinnamon flavored syrup at the store.
I bet they don't have syrup for my next one.
She hands them 3 new cups of coffee, which they taste.
Is this wintergreen?
Exactly.
I don't think people want wintergreen flavored coffee.
I like wintergreen.
He downs the whole drink and starts choking.
Matt!
Matt grabs a little saucer and spits a breath mint into it.
Did you use breath mints to make this one?
A few.
Matt spits out another one. And then another one. And then a few more.
Let me guess. They have wintergreen syrup at the store too?
Yes, let's skip that one.
Oh, so maybe I should see if they have syrup for my next one.
What's that?
Well, you know how you like sausage and egg muffins for breakfast?
Nope.
Alex and Simon quickly leave and head back to the office. Carolyn watches them go, a little sad.
I'll try it, Carolyn. I love you.
What?
Your coffee. I love your coffee.
Anyway, I stopped at Taco Bell before we came in today. Do you like their burritos?
The door chime rings and Chad enters.
Hey guys, I thought I'd see how my favorite coffee shop is doing.
This is a bookstore, jackass.
Jackass. So what's going on? Did I miss anything?
Yeah, Carolyn's letting us try some of her new coffee flavors.
Matt offers Chad the plate of mints.
Breath mint?
Ooh, don't mind if I do.
Matt!
Carolyn stomps away. Matt leaves after, followed by Chad, who just wants to be a part of the game. Scene 13, Alex's office, later that Tuesday evening. Alex is dressed nicely for dinner. Leo is in a suit and stands across from her. She reaches into the bottom desk drawer and pulls out a liquor bottle and 2 glasses. She pours 2 shots.
I don't think it's such a good idea, Alex.
What? The drinks?
No. Drinks are always a good idea. Especially when you've had a week like mine.
It's Tuesday, Leo.
Yes, but I work for you.
They each take a shot and Alex pours 2 more.
Come on. It's not really a date. You're just going as my date to this stupid dinner.
How's that not a date?
Because I said it's not. I haven't had a date in years.
But how can you say it's not a date if I'm going as your date?
Like this. It's not a date.
I don't see why you always have to be so strident about it.
Are we doing this again?
No. It was hurtful, though.
Now we all know that this is the moment when Alex hurt my Leo in her office the day before. You know, when he stormed out and returned to get his briefcase and she enticed him back only to give him a big envelope to take to the post office.
I told you I was sorry.
You never actually apologized.
She really didn't.
True.
My life is too complicated. I feel like I'm the bookstore mom to Matt, Carolyn. My grad school nemesis is back in town, and my best friend has the hots for him.
I thought I was your best friend.
My other best friend? You're my first best friend, he's second.
Okay, that's better. So how is this not a date?
Because I'm not gonna sleep with you when it's over.
Someone thinks pretty highly of herself. Not all dates end in sex, you know.
Yours do. Mine don't.
Well, okay, but. Oh, that's my Simon. I've been calling you whole solo all day.
I swear. Everyone hates me.
No one hates you. They just don't like you very much.
That's so mean.
I was kidding. You know I love you.
That doesn't help.
And Matt and Carolyn love you. And Simon loves you. But not as much as me, because I'm your first best friend.
And as my first best friend, you would go with me to this.
Oh, come on. We both know I'm not your first best friend. Simon is.
Not today, he's not. He's going with Lester freaking Gillespie. So you just moved up. Not that it matters. I'm still gonna have a crappy time talking with people who think my writing is ham-fisted.
You could tell them the truth about.
Ooh, that secret's gonna die with us, especially if I do a murder-suicide.
Fine. Come on, Mia Ham-Fisted. Let's go eat expensive steaks with Lester friggin' Gillespie.
Fine, but I'm ordering another steak to take home.
Alex drinks her shot as Leo leaves his behind and walks out. Alex drinks the other drink, pauses as it hits her, and heads out. Bookstore patrons, we now have a 10-minute intermission. You may use the restroom, get something to drink, and we will meet you back here in 10 minutes. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm good. Thank you.
Don't forget to stop by our event and meet wonderful authors, local authors, over at the front as well. We can hear all about their books too.
Thank you. Yeah, it seems like the setting is still like acting up with like the camera like.
Yeah, and then also like lighting too. We also think about lighting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check my phone.
Actually, everything okay? Oh yeah, everything's good so far. Actually, for the next one, I do have GBM lights if you want me to bring them next time. They're like LED lights. So pretty much like I could like set them up and I can control them with the phone and everything like that. So that's a possibility. That might help with the lighting situation.
It's looking great.
This looks great. That looks great. Oh, you're very welcome.
Here, let me get a photo of you guys.
Yes.
Set up here.
Thanks, Michael. Of course. Actually, would you mind watching this one quick? I can go to the bathroom real quick. Prepare to stay in line. I got it. Hey, man. I'll wait for Mike.
What do you need to do?
Just needs to push a button. That's all.
Okay. I'm not touching nothing.
Nah. Well, that's how I figured.
I touch nothing.
This is not where you can hear me. Oh yeah, I just had the headphones on. Right? Well, me from the speakers. It sounds pretty good. Oh yeah, everybody's clear. I saw you get up a couple times. I guess were you trying to listen to the room, or? Yeah, I just went to the back just to see if it still sounded the same back there. Yeah, no, it sounded fine. It seems pretty good. I can't think of anything to fix, so that's a good thing. Right. So the screen is going
We just have to reset the button. I just want him to do it.
turn this up as we're starting.
Mr. Miguel, how are you? There you go.
Yeah, well, it's less than an hour. It's about a half an hour. Yeah, it's original sketch style.
You just have to push the button.
Yeah.
I like top. There you go.
It's all original sketch style. It's got some experimental kind of things. It's short pieces. One after the other. We link them together. Weird bits of found footage. Yeah, 8 episodes now. I think it's on every single one. Now, do you do it like an emotion?
Bookstore patrons, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Really?
Welcome back. Before we dive into the second half of Pulp Fiction, we have a raffle. Some of you may have been aware, some of you may not have been aware, but your entry here allowed you I'll let Erik Deckers, our writer, take it over.
All right. Hey, everybody. Hey! If you pre-ordered a ticket and bought it online and not at the door, you are automatically entered into a raffle to win one signed copy of my book. Second place gets 2 copies. Oh, I'm sorry. But we're gonna do, I have my little electronic D&D dice roller, and special thanks to Sarah for helping me figure that out. And we're gonna roll number 14, Susan Maldonado. If you want, I will sign this. I want to point out the specialness of this particular copy. I originally self-published this novel, and my good friend Demian Castro designed the cover. I thought this was a special one to give away. So see me after this. I will. No, here, just.
And what is this? What is this novel about, Erik? What is this?
It is, imagine if Mackinac Island and Michigan were forced to secede from the United States for 2 years because of a 200-year-old peace treaty. And then what is the shit that ensues after?
So congratulations, Susan. All right, so without further ado, let's dive back into Pulp Fiction Part 2.
Scene 14, Pulp Fiction coffee counter, Wednesday morning. Leo and Carolyn are standing at Carolyn's coffee counter. He's drinking from a cup of her coffee. When she turns around, he makes a terrible face, but smiles when she turns back around.
Leo, where can I buy some more coffee cups?
Where do you usually get them?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I never had to buy them. We had a huge supply in the back, but I'll need some more for the event on Saturday. Plus, we ran out of coffee for the 3rd time this month.
So where do you think everything came from before coffee fairies?
No. No.
Then where are you getting all the coffee from?
Well, I've been buying it myself, but it's getting really expensive.
I know I'm gonna regret saying this. What do you mean you've been buying it?
We've been getting more people in lately and they're buying a lot of coffee. It's getting too expensive for me to keep buying all the coffee supplies.
Why would you buy all the coffee supplies?
I thought I was supposed to.
Carolyn, why would you think that?
We never used to go through that much coffee before. Alex never really seems to drink much of my coffee, even though she always has a mug in her hand. And if we ever ran low, I would just tell her, and there would always be more waiting for me the next day.
And you shouldn't be buying the coffee supplies. Give me the receipts, and I'll make sure you get reimbursed.
Okay, I can just show you on my phone, because I've been running down to Starbucks and buying bags of their coffee.
And it still tastes like this?
What's that?
I said you're paying too much for the coffee.
No, I'm paying the regular price.
I know, but you need to buy it at the wholesale price. I swear to God, if you say you always buy the whole bean, I'm gonna scream. I need to teach you some basic coffee shop economics.
Scene 15, a few minutes later. Leo and Carolyn are at the coffee counter. There are several 5-pound bags of coffee on the counter. There's also a small whiteboard on an easel.
Okay, here's how this works.
Leo starts to draw on the whiteboard.
This is you, this is the customer, this is your supplier.
Oh, I don't have a supplier anymore. I put that part of my life behind me.
Coffee supplier.
Scene 16, a few more minutes later.
So a wholesaler has nothing to do with boats?
No, it means you buy your products at a lower price than customers do.
So why don't we just sell them at the same price? That doesn't seem fair.
Because that's how you make money. You buy a thing for less, you sell it for more. That's how you buy more supplies and your salary gets paid.
So if we double our prices, we can double my salary?
Don't get carried away. You have to keep the prices at what the market will bear.
What kind of bear?
Leo erases everything on the whiteboard. Scene 17, moments later. Training music plays in the background. If we had the budget, it would be the theme from Rocky. Montage. Scene 1. Leo has drawn a very complicated diagram on the whiteboard with several financial terms like supply chain, cost of production, net versus gross, ROI, and several financial formulas. Carolyn looks completely lost and even a little scared. Leo looks at her and erases the board. Montage. Scene 2. Leo has drawn a less complicated formula and has only written phrases like buy low, sell high, and sale minus cost equals profit. Carolyn looks less lost, but still has no idea what's happening. Leo erases the board again. Montage. Scene 3. At the top of the board, there is a stick figure labeled Carolyn, who is holding a bag with a dollar sign on it and handing it to another stick figure labeled Coffee Guy. The bottom of the board has Coffee Guy handing a box that says coffee to Carolyn. Carolyn wiggles her hand in a so-so motion. Leo erases the board. Montage. Scene 4. Leo writes coffee fairies on the board. Carolyn gives a thumbs up. Leo throws up his hands and walks away, followed by Carolyn. Scene 18. Bookstore sales floor. Later that same Wednesday. Simon and Matt are sitting at the counter. Matt is at the computer.
So, Aunt Alex is letting you Lester freaking Gillespie's special event weekend this Saturday, right?
You're catching on.
And you need to make it a big deal so we can sell more books.
No flies on you, kid.
And you want to feature Kurt Vonnegut and John Green.
Maybe you are smart enough to give you credit for it.
Oh, thank you. But why wouldn't we feature AP Clutterbuck?
That's what I said.
I mean, why should we feature a bunch of dead authors?
John Green's not the...
When we could get a live one to make an appearance in autograph books.
Right. Wait, what?
What if we could get AP Clutterbuck to do a reading and signing for Lost Indiana? Maybe even a reading from the other book.
You can get AP Clutterbuck, and there's another book?
Yeah, I think there's an unpublished manuscript. We could announce a future publication, maybe publish it ourselves, and take pre-orders at the event.
How do you know this?
My mom told me.
And she knows it how?
Oh shit. Never mind, I'm just talking nonsense again, like I do.
No, that's bullshit. No, you know something, don't you? What is your connection to AP Clutterbuck? Is he family? Your grandfather, your uncle? Who is he? Tell me.
Matt leans forward and whispers in Simon's ear. Scene 19, a few seconds later, cut to Alex's office. Alex is working quietly at her desk when she hears an angry, soul-rendering shout. Think Captain Kirk in Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan. Scene 20, a few more seconds later, cut back to store. Alex runs out of her office. Carolyn and Leo come running in as well.
What's wrong? Did Carolyn poison the health inspector again?
I told you he broke his tooth on a biscotti.
What the hell is going on?
Your AP Clutterbuck?
What? What the hell are you talking about?
Matt says you're AP Clutterbuck.
Oh, honey, that's nonsense. I mean, we all know Matt's an idiot.
Hey, yeah, come on. I mean, it's Matt. Who are you gonna believe, Matt or Alex?
Come on. I mean, it makes sense. You hate Lawson, Indiana. Clutterbuck is a family name, and you're a terrible person.
Oh my God, she is a terrible person.
Carolyn?
Well, I'm sick of counting coffee beans. The IRS doesn't need to know how many coffee beans we have. I checked.
I've known you for almost 10 years, and you've never told me. I told you how much that book means to me, and how it inspires me, and you never even told me it was you.
I wrote it right after grad school, and I published it under a pseudonym because I didn't want any of my family to know I wrote it. I never expected for it to become famous, let alone generation shaping.
Typical Alex, you just don't let anyone in, do you? Always playing things close to the vest, even with your friends and family.
I told my publisher and my manager that I never wanted anyone to reveal who I was.
Isn't Leo your manager?
God damn it! How long have you known about this, Leo?
Hey, let's not lose sight of the fact that Alex has lied to everyone for the last 12 years.
Bastard! You were in on this from the start.
Don't rope me into this. This is your web of lies.
Matt knew too.
Yes, but I expect this kind of bullshit from Matt and Leo. I thought we were friends.
Simon stalks out of the store.
We are friends, Simon! Simon!
He's right, Alex. You never told me, and I even told you about my mom.
I know. I'm sorry.
Chad appears from a different part of the store.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Where the hell did you come from?
I want to visit my favorite coffee shop to see how my friends are doing.
This is a bookstore, and we're not friends.
You're such a kidder.
Carolyn leaves.
Carolyn, get up!
No! Carolyn! Wait for me!
Chad and Matt elbow each other for position as they run up trying to get to Carolyn first. Leo looks at Alex and moves to leave as well.
Where are you going? You're a part of this too.
Leo stops.
Look, I've been carrying this around for 12 years. Worried I was going to accidentally spill your big secret. I wanted to tell everyone about you, Alex, because I'm so proud of you. But I've lived in constant fear that I would betray the trust and lose you. And now all my fears just came true.
I'm losing you anyway.
Leo crosses back to Alex and puts his hands on her shoulders.
You're not losing me. You just need to be alone for a little while. You need to think about what refusing to let people into your life is doing to everyone who actually loves you. And you need to fix it. You're going to be alone forever.
Leo leaves and the store is empty.
But now I am alone.
Alex crosses to the door, locks it, turns the open sign to close, and turns off the lights. She heads towards her office, but there's a knock at the door. Alex stops, but doesn't turn around.
Could this day get any fucking worse?
She turns around and sees that it's Lester and Ashley.
Apparently it can.
She opens the door, but not all the way, blocking the door with her body.
Sorry, we're closed.
It's a little early, isn't it? Can you even afford to close up this early?
Not now, Les. I'm not in the mood.
Lester, please. I wanted to check in on the preparations for our little author reading this weekend before I go to my sister's cabin. How are things going?
I don't know. Everyone has left me, and I don't know where we all stand.
Wow, that would sound sad and serious coming from anyone else.
Just go. I don't have the energy for this right now.
Alex, if you need my help, I would be happy to take the lead on all the messaging.
I don't give a shit right now. I'm tired, I'm upset, and I want to go to my office, get drunk, and pass out on the couch.
Really? It's only 1 o'clock.
I just need to know what you need from me, Alex.
Fine. Step back. I'll show you what I want from you.
Fine.
Alex,
Well?
Alex slams the door, locks it, and turns off the light.
Real mature, Alex. Real mature.
Alex? Alex? I will call you tomorrow.
Lester and Ashley leave. Scene 21. Alex's office moments later. Alex reaches into the bottom desk drawer, pulls out a liquor bottle and a glass, and pours herself a drink. End of Act 2. Act 3. Scene 22, outside the Pulp Fiction bookstore Friday morning. Simon walks down the sidewalk in front of the bookstore. Throngs of people are standing in line waiting to enter the shop. Simon can't believe his eyes as he sees all the eager patrons.
Thank you so much for coming. We'll be open in just a minute.
He slides past them to the front door and lets himself in. Scene 23, bookstore sales floor seconds later. Simon closes the door behind him. Matt is at the counter.
Matt, what the hell is going on? Have you ever seen this many people here?
No, I've only been working here for a week.
What happened? We didn't even have this many people for the John Green fiasco.
What happened then?
I started a rumor that John Green was making a guest appearance.
Really? How many people showed up to that?
About 200 or so, including a lawyer with a cease and desist letter.
Alex enters the store.
What the hell are all these people doing here?
We're still not talking to you.
Simon stalks off to the back of the store.
Simon, come on.
Simon comes back to Flipper the bird.
Matt, what the hell are all these people doing here?
Oh, maybe they're here for the nitty-gritty.
But that's tomorrow. Lester's not that popular, is he?
Maybe.
Matt, what the hell did you do?
Me? Why do you think I did anything?
Because I've known you all your life. Steve Urkel gets in less trouble than you do.
Okay. There may be one or two million people who know your big secret.
Why? Why would you do that?
I thought we were telling people now.
What? No, Matt. It's bad enough that you told my friends about it. Now the whole world knows, and they're at my door.
Well, I sent out a press release yesterday and started sharing it on social media. You weren't here yesterday, so I couldn't run by you. So.
And you didn't think no would be the default answer? Well, what about Leo or Simon?
They weren't here either. Nobody was here all day. It was just me and Carolyn and fucking Chad.
It was still a secret, Matt.
Carolyn enters the shop.
You didn't tell me not to tell anyone else. I thought the cat was out of the bag when Simon and Carolyn did.
The cat was most definitely not out of the bag, Matt. The cat was still safely in the bag.
We got a cat?
No, we did not get a cat.
Really? Or is it just another one of your lies?
Carolyn, I promise you we did not get a cat.
Did you see all those people outside? I need to get the coffee brewing.
Carolyn hustles to her counter and does coffee things.
Yes, let's give them all coffee. That should get rid of them.
Leo enters the shop, struggling to push people back from the door.
Thank you. The shop will be open shortly. We'll be open very soon.
Leo, save me. Matt created a monster.
What happened? You were supposed to lose money. Instead, you hired a marketing savant and have communication at your doorstep.
I don't know what happened. He didn't even know what Snapchat was. I certainly didn't think he could do this.
And Alex, we need to do this. You've been saying you're tired of your classmates hoarding everything over you. Well, why shouldn't everyone know how awesome you are?
Alex got Matt's face with a little affection, but also a little hard.
Oh, Matt. Well-meaning, dumb Matt.
She gives him one last hard pat.
Don't worry, Alex. I'll fix this. Come over here and sit.
Leo guides Alex to a chair behind a table with a huge stack of Lost in Indiana books on it. Matt hands Alex a Sharpie and sets several books to her left. Leo goes to open the door and let people in. Before they get there, Simon cuts in line and grabs a copy of the book. He opens a book for Alex to sign.
Yeah, you have to buy a copy first.
Simon gives Matt a dead stare.
Or you can just have it since you work here.
Does this mean you're speaking to me now?
Hell no. Simon, two-sided me. I'm deeply sorry. I should never have lied to you. I'm a terrible person.
Alex draws a sloppy signature in it and hands it to him. Simon Leo and Matt exit. Time passes and we see Alex signing copies of the book for several people. Scene 24, back office, later that Friday afternoon. Alex is sitting behind her desk, looking wiped out. Leo is sitting in a chair on the other side of the desk. Simon walks in, slaps a book on Alex's desk, and storms out.
What's that all about?
No, it's Simon still not speaking to me.
Really? I'm surprised he didn't quit altogether.
Oh no, I rent the apartment above the store to him for really cheap. But he hasn't talked to me since Wednesday night. He's doing his pissed off book thing again.
What's this one?
Sharp objects. Most of his messages are angry.
What? Still?
Yes, I mean, how long can someone hold a grudge?
To be fair, he is your best friend.
Second best today.
And he did really love that book.
Yes, I know.
And he probably felt betrayed and lied to.
You make him sound like my mother.
Did you apologize?
For what?
Well, you've known him for 10 years. He lives upstairs. You hang out with him every weekend eating Captain Crunch.
God, my life is so pathetic.
Simon walks in, slaps the book down, and walks out.
A map of betrayal.
Oh, that's not so bad.
I think he's special ordered this one. I've never even heard of it.
Matt enters.
Hey, and Alex, the Indianapolis Star wants to interview about,
No. What?
you know.
No. Say it.
You know.
Oh, you mean the big family secret that everyone in the family was sworn to secrecy about, which is why it was the big family secret.
Yeah.
No.
Matt leaves. Simon enters and slaps down a note.
We need to order some of your stupid betrayal books. Does this mean you're going to start talking to me now?
Simon slaps down a book.
Doctor, no.
Simon leaves.
I think he's starting to come around.
Simon enters, slaps down another book, and leaves.
Naked lunch.
You think he's gonna lunch or he wants to play William Talbot here?
I'm off to lunch.
You two find an old married couple.
Ew, we're not married.
You don't have to say it like that. I'm a goddamn delight.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Matt enters.
And Alex, the Chicago Sun-Times wants to interview you.
About what?
We have to. I want to talk to you about the big family secret.
Thank you. Not interested.
Damn it!
Matt walks out. Alex and Leo leave for lunch. Scene 25, bookstore sales floor, moments later. Matt approaches Simon, who is getting ready to leave for lunch.
Simon, how do I get Aunt Alex to do these media interviews?
Who?
Aunt Alex.
I'm sorry, who?
The great betrayer of trust, friendship, and
Loyalty?
loyalty. So how do I get her to do it?
Don't know, don't care.
Come on, Simon, you know her better than anyone.
You do realize I'm not even speaking to her, right?
Why not?
Because she's a filthy, stinking liar.
Oh, is this about
The what?
Come on, you're not gonna make me say it too.
Yep.
Fine, the big.
I'm just kidding.
So how do I make her do these interviews?
I don't care about that either. That's Leo's department.
But I was just with them and you didn't offer any help.
If I tell you how, do you promise not to talk to me for the rest of the day?
Sure.
Well, today's nearly half over, and I'm going to lunch, so I'll tell you super early tomorrow morning.
Simon leaves the store. Matt leaves to the back room. Scene 26, bookstore sales floor, Friday after lunch. Alex is at the sales counter ringing up a sale. She signs 2 copies of her book and puts them into a bag. The customer takes the bag and leaves.
Thank you. We should have more copies in a few days.
Matt approaches.
And Alex, I've got a news crew from Channel 13 who wants to interview you.
About what?
About the big family secret that I accidentally spilled.
Good boy. No.
Come on, why not? I said the thing.
I told you. I didn't want to do any interviews.
And I told you, you hired me to boost sales. Doing interviews will boost sales.
First of all, you never told me that. And second, no, I didn't. I hired you so I would lose money.
Oh. Well, Leo told me to ignore that and that you needed to make money.
Who's in charge here, me or Leo?
You are, but I'm more afraid of Leo.
Simon returns from lunch and slaps a book on the counter. Alex picks it up and looks at the cover.
One of us is lying. We don't even carry this book.
I bought it at Barnes & Noble during lunch.
We need to put this to bed. You've got to have the fiction section in my office. When is this going to end?
When you apologize to me.
For what?
Simon stomps off.
You guys fight like an old married couple.
We're not married!
Matt leaves after Simon. Scene 27. Bookstore sales floor. Moments later. Alex is at Carolyn's coffee counter. Carolyn sets up a cup of coffee in front of Alex, who gets a panicked look.
Simon, can you order some more Circus in Winter? The author is going to do a reading here next month.
Simon walks up.
Carolyn, would you please tell Alex that I already ordered 30 copies?
Plus, the university's creative writing class is coming here for a write-in next month.
Carolyn, would you please tell
Simon, you know she can hear you, right? Alex, you can hear him, right? He's not a ghost, is he?
Oh, he knows. He's just being a child.
Carolyn, please tell Alex that I'm not being a child. She's a filthy liar.
Well, if you would quit being such a baby, maybe we could talk about this.
I got it because you're such a liar.
Don't fight, stop fighting. I hate it when mom and dad fight.
Carolyn runs to Matt.
We're not married.
Matt approaches.
And Alex, I've got 5 newspapers and 6 radio stations that all want to talk to you. Plus, fresh air with Terry Gross is all plus.
I love Terry Gross.
So you do that one?
No.
Why?
You know why.
I am not going to say that anymore. I already said I was sorry 24 times.
You can learn a lot from that boy.
Simon walks away, books in hand.
Look, there's no point in me scheduling these interviews if you're not going to do that.
Now you're getting it.
And Alex, if you want this store to succeed, you're going to have to do what I tell you.
Excuse me?
Would you do this for your favorite nephew?
You're my only nephew, at least for a short while more.
Why, is mom pregnant?
What did she tell you?
Simon walks past, and Alex thrusts a book at him. It's Letting Go of Anger. Simon hands her a book in return. It's Meaning of Treason. Simon walks away.
You remind me of my mom and dad used to play.
We're not married.
Like it or not, you hired me to do your marketing and PR. You're going to have to trust my professional opinion and let me do my job.
Didn't you get fired for photocopying your ass?
Technically, no.
Oh, right. It was giving your boss's mother a heart attack.
How do we know that she wasn't having one already?
How indeed.
Look, one tiny error in judgment aside, I am a trained professional, and I have plenty of experience.
You just finished college a year ago.
And my professional experience says you're going to have to talk to the media, at least until all of this dies down.
When will that be?
I don't know. But the more you say no, the longer it'll take. And I think they've got more patience than you.
Challenge accepted.
Alex leaves to her back office. Matt wanders over to the coffee counter where Leo and Carolyn are talking.
You know what I don't get?
Theoretical physics?
What? No. I don't get why Aunt Alex won't do any of these interviews. I've been getting all kinds of calls for media requests today, and she won't do any of them.
Did she say why not?
Yeah, she doesn't want to.
Well, there you go. You just have to make her want to.
No, you don't make Alex Polk do anything. You have to understand that your aunt is a very private person. When I met her, her book was taking off and had been #1 on the Times bestseller list for 3 months straight. And she had sold 300,000 copies.
So? I thought that's what every author wanted.
Not her. Remember, she came from a conservative family in a small town. This was not the sort of thing women did. So she pulled the J.D. Salinger and went into hiding.
You mean she went underground? Like a fugitive?
No. She just didn't tell people who she was. People know I'm AP Clutterbuck's manager, so I got all kinds of requests for interviews, but she turned them all down.
Why? It's an excellent book.
Her book stirred up a lot of emotion in small towns all over America. Young people, especially girls, were reading it and rebelling against their families. Conservative colleges were condemning it, and a few student groups even burned it.
I bet that made her mad.
Oh, she was furious. But to her credit, she stayed hidden and wouldn't reveal who she was. She issued a few statements to the press, but she never went public.
But now everyone knows who she is. She doesn't have to stay hidden anymore. This can help her sell a lot more books. We've already sold 2,000 copies online today, and all kinds of people want to talk to her.
I know, but she doesn't care. This was never about the money or fame for her.
So what can I do?
Well, maybe Carolyn was right. You have to make her want to do it.
Wait, I was right? So that's what that feels like.
Leo leaves bewildered. Matt and Carolyn head out to get supplies for the next day's event. Scene 28, bookstore sales floor. Later that Friday afternoon. Alex is sitting at the counter reading again. Taylor, college-aged, slinging a backpack over her shoulders, enters the store.
Excuse me, did I miss the signing? I got stuck in traffic. Oh my God. It's really you.
Oh God. Can I help you?
Are you really AP Clutterbuck?
Well,
Could I have your autograph?
Taylor thrusts a well-worn copy of Lost in Indiana at Alex.
well,
I read your book in high school. My mother gave it to me. When I turned 16, I thought I would hate it.
gee, thanks.
But I ended up being my favorite book that year, and it's still one of my favorites.
Your mom gave it to you?
Yeah, I think your main character, Charlotte, lived the life my mom wished she had. She wanted to go to college, but no one in her family went, so they didn't think it was necessary. She got a job as a secretary at our church and never got to do much. She gave it to me on my birthday, and she made me read it so we could discuss it. Anyway, I'm in the creative writing program at college because I want to be a writer just like you. Because of your book and her.
Alex clears her throat as if she's got a lump in it, then signs the book.
Thank you.
Taylor runs out of the store.
Matt!
Matt scurries over.
I'll do the Indie Star interview. And Terry Gross. I love Terry Gross.
Matt pulls out his cell phone and starts dialing as he walks away. Scene 29, bookstore sales floor, late Saturday morning. Alex is being interviewed by Jennifer, a journalist for the Indie Star with a handheld recorder.
So why did you drop out of sight?
Well, it worked for Tommy's pension. But seriously, there was a lot of pressure on me. I wrote the book under a pen name because dirty laundry, even as fiction, just wasn't done in my town. Then when I saw how popular the book was, I figured it was easier to stay hidden, so I wouldn't have to deal with their judgmental bullshit.
And are you working on another book?
Not exactly. That's an old manuscript I've got stashed away, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. Hell, maybe burn it, just start over.
Well, your unveiling really caught a lot of people by surprise. Has there been any reaction from the university?
No, not yet. I imagine I'll hear about it tonight. Lester Gillespie is hosting a reading here in a few hours.
Oh God, I hated the leader's house. Don't tell him I said so. His publicist has been bugging me to come to the event tonight. I guess maybe I'll come after all.
Jennifer clicks off her recorder.
Well, I think that's everything I need.
Really? That wasn't so bad.
I have to tell you, your book meant a lot to me when I was growing up.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I grew up in the same kind of family you did in Tennessee. Very conservative and traditional and not very supportive of women and their dreams. But I read Lost in Indiana when I was 17, and it made me want to go to college and be a writer. And that's how I became a journalist. So this was a real thrill because you sort of started it all for me.
The two women hug and Jennifer leaves. Alex stands there looking very choked up and wipes at the corner of her eye. Matt walks up and stands next to her, hands in his pockets, looking rather pleased with himself.
I hate you.
Alex stomps back to her office. Simon walks over to Matt.
Wow, I don't know how you got her to do that interview. Nobody makes that woman do anything.
Maybe I'm just that good.
We both know that's bullshit.
Oh yeah. But I'm lucky at least.
So lucky. I'm going to lunch.
You never told me how to fix this, so I'm still talking to you today.
Simon leaves. Matt follows after him. Scene 30, bookstore sales floor, Saturday afternoon. Alex is straightening some shelves when Simon comes back from lunch. Matt is at the coffee counter. Alex steps in front of Simon and he stops.
Look, I'm sorry. For what? You know what? I know I should have told you, but it was complicated. How is that complicated? Hey, Simon, I should tell you, I'm actually secretly famous. It's more complicated than that. Simon, you should sit down. I have to tell you something. It's kind of complicated. I didn't know how to tell you. I'm sorry, I thought we were closer than that. I guess I've been wrong about our friendship this whole time. Oh, quit being so dramatic. We're friends. Good friends. Well, you got a funny way of showing it. This is the sort of thing you tell your best friend. I said good friends. I've spent the last 10 Christmases with you. I know who your friends are. I'm your best friend. Fine, yes. And you're my best friend. This is the kind of thing you tell your best friend. I know it is. Only my sister and Leo knew. And Matt the blabbermouth? How come he knew before I did? Because my sister is a bigger blabbermouth. It's a wonder the secret lasted this long. When we first met, I didn't want to tell you because I didn't know where our friendship was going. By the time we got close, it had been a bunch of years and I figured it was too late. I was afraid you would react like, well, this, and our friendship would be over, so I hoped you would never find out. I would have figured it out when you died. Who says I'm dying first?
The husband typically dies first.
We're not married!
Matt leaves to the back of the store.
I didn't realize what this boat meant to you, or anyone else for that matter. I've been reminded that it helped a lot of people, and even changed a few lives. Well, it's no catch-22, but it's good. Whatever.
Simon and Alex hug.
Tell you what, if I do something with the other manuscript, I'll make you a character in it. Hey, I would love it.
Simon holds up a book, Second Chance.
What is this? A fucking Hallmark movie?
Alex stalks off to her office. Simon heads to the storeroom to get more books. Scene 31, bookstore sales floor moments later. Carolyn returns.
I'm back.
There's a box on the counter with her name on it. She opens it and pulls out a couple of big bags of coffee and a sleeve of paper coffee cups.
Thank you, coffee berries.
She leaves to start prepping for all the coffee she's going to make. Scene 32, bookstore sales floor, Saturday evening. The bookstore is filled with dozens of people sitting in chairs arranged theater style, all chatting eagerly and holding copies of Lost in Indiana. People in the audience are sitting and talking quietly amongst themselves. Not you. Them. 5 or 6 people, including Lester and Ashley, are sitting on chairs on a small stage or platform. There is a lectern and microphone on the stage. Alex is not there, but there's an empty chair, presumably for her. Leo, Matt, and Simon are standing off to the side. Carolyn is behind the coffee counter, filling a few last-minute orders. Lester smiles broadly as he looks out. He clearly thinks everyone is there for him. People are still talking, and he sits there, smiling and waiting.
This is so great. I can't believe how many people came out here to see me.
To see us. I worked really hard on promoting this event. My assistant is posting updates all week.
You have an assistant?
Well, my niece. She's a senior in high school and she's an Instagram influencer.
Wow, she does pretty good work. I can't believe how many people are here.
Why are they all holding that book though? Is he coming?
I don't know. I thought they would be holding mine.
Or mine?
That's it.
Asshole. God. Is he really coming? I would love to meet him. Make sure you get a photo of him and me.
If there's time, we'll probably be talking.
Lester approaches the microphone.
Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Hello? Can we get started, please?
Everyone ignores him and keeps talking.
Oh, excuse me, everyone. Hello, can you hear me? Is this thing on?
Lester looks over at Leo for help. Leo walks over to the lectern.
Excuse me.
The crowd falls silent and begins applauding. Lester quickly steps up to the microphone and the applause immediately stops. He looks irritated.
Thank you, Yago. Good evening. My name is Lester Gillespie, the New York Times best-selling author of Beleaguered House. Yes. Anyway, thank you for coming tonight. For those one or two of you who may not know who I am, I received my MFA from the Creative Writing Program here at the University of Indianapolis, as did all of our guest readers here tonight. We've all had fairly successful careers as writers, and we wanted to give back to the community that helped so many of us get started. Oh my God. Before we start, I would like to introduce our host, the owner of Pulp Fiction Books, and my dear friend and classmate, Alexandra Polk.
The crowd goes wild for several seconds as Alex walks up to the mic. Alex looks uncomfortable. Lester and Ashley look bewildered. Lester walks back to his seat.
What the hell is going on back there?
I don't know yet. They're not cheering for you. Why are they cheering for you?
What the hell did your niece do to me?
After they settle down, with Alex making calm down gestures, she speaks.
Thank you, Les. So, I guess everyone's heard the news.
The crowd goes wild again. Alex gets them to calm down again.
What news is that, Alex?
Matt crosses over to Lester and Ashley, leans in and whispers something to them.
No.
Motherfucker!
God damn it! Why didn't you tell me about this?
I didn't know. Why didn't you know?
I was at my sister's fucking cabin. Why didn't you know?
I don't read the news. I barely even have time to manage my own career. I don't have time to read about other people's bullshit.
You're fired.
You don't actually pay me, self-important fuck.
So, none of you are here with me.
There is dead silence.
Or me?
Who even are you?
After a few seconds of awkward silence, where no one says anything and a couple of people cough to fill the dead space, Lester and Ashley storm out.
Fine. This is a stupid fucking store anyway. No one of you even reads my books, you bunch of fucking Hoosier hicks. Probably can't even pronounce half the words.
Lester opens the door, pauses, and turns around.
No, your lips get tired when you read, Alex.
As they slam the door, there is a burst of applause and cheering.
Les Gillespie, everyone. His books are not for sale in this store. So, as Les said, my name is Alex Polk, but many of you know me as A.P. Clutterbuck, the author of Lost in Indiana. When I wrote Lost in Indiana, I had just finished my MFA at the age of 35, making me the oldest student in the program. I grew up in a tiny town of Syracuse, Indiana, where I caused a scandal when I divorced my husband. So I moved down here to the big city and enrolled in the MFA program. The book is about the girl I wish I'd been at 18, and I had her learn the same lessons I was learning in my 30s. Of course, I knew people back home would be angry for airing their dirty laundry, so I never told anyone. As it became successful, I hired my business manager, Leo, to become the second person here. So, but I kept the secret from everyone who mattered the most, and for that, I am terribly sorry. You mean the world to me, and you've been my family all these years. Especially as my own family will probably no longer speak with me now that the truth is out. Matt? So, let me read from my favorite scene. It's Charlotte's first night at the dorms with her new roommate, Anna.
Scene 32, bookstore sales floor, Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning, the bookstore is empty, but the chairs are still set up like they were the night before. There are coffee cups everywhere, and the place looks like it exploded while a hurricane was blowing through. The store is closed. Matt, Leo, and Alex are in the store cleaning up, putting up empty coffee cups in the trash, stacking chairs, and cleaning up the mess left behind by the people.
This is great. We need to do this again.
Oh, once was enough.
You may have a point. With all the online orders for the last 2 days, plus last night's book sales, including your classmates' books, we just made over $100,000.
Oh, that's great! Then the bookstore is saved.
What are you talking about?
Isn't that why you had to make $30,000 to save the bookstore?
Matt, the bookstore was never in danger.
But why were you so worried about making $30,000?
Taxes. I always owe taxes each year, so I opened up this bookstore so I could lose money. If I lose money on business expenses, then my tax bill is a whole lot lower each year.
But why do you have to lose so much money?
Alex and Leo stare at Matt as if to say, where the hell have you been for the last week?
Oh, because you're secretly rich, that makes sense.
The door opens, the bell dings, and Carolyn enters.
Hey guys, I just wanted to stop by and see if you need any help cleaning up.
No, honey, I think we got it covered.
That is, yes, we can use your help.
Great, what can I do?
Alex glances at Leo and jerks her head toward the door.
Well, that was stacking up all the folding chairs.
And Alex and I were cleaning up all the coffee cups.
Yeah, and then we were gonna clean the bathroom.
And organize the coffee counter.
And catalog all the new orders.
And call people about their orders being in.
But especially the bathroom, it's really bad, and we have to go.
Oh, okay. Where are you guys going?
We're gonna get lunch for everyone.
Huh? Oh, yeah, lunch. We're gonna go get lunch. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Yeah, go be so we can.
I'd take a hamburger and fries.
Ooh, that sounds good. I'll have one too.
Sounds good. We'll be back as soon as we can. You two just keep working until we get back.
We will.
Scene 34, outside the Pulp Fiction bookstore, moments later. Alex and Leo step outside.
I can't believe you'd lie to them like that.
Me? What have I ever lied about anything?
You? Never. Never have I ever heard you lie about anything at all in your life.
Goddamn right. Anyway, I said we'd get back as soon as we could, so let's go eat and have a few drinks, and we'll bring something back when we're done in a couple of hours.
Alex and Leo head out. Scene 35, bookstore sales floor, moments later. Carolyn walks over, peeks out the window, and locks the door.
They gone now?
Yep. They're walking down the street, which means they'll probably be drinking for a couple hours.
Good, that gives us plenty of time.
Matt and Carolyn kiss and embrace.
My mom doesn't know about us, does she?
No, not at all.
Good, because I'm not ready to tell her yet.
Don't worry, I won't say anything.
It's not that I'm ashamed or anything. I just don't want her to tell me who I should date or anything. Not after last time.
Trust me, if there's anyone who knows how to keep a secret, it's Matthew Clutterbuck Polk.
The end.
Thank you. Oh, and Erik, come on. We'll just rub for the camera for a second here.
Carol.
Thank you all so much. I really do want to make it past. It's just fantastic. And Vince here as well, and our amazing crew as well. I need to shout out, we have Michael Lamberti and Toni Taylor for making this live stream happen. We have Michael Lewis over here making all this sound and music. Huge thank you to Sarah Isabella for helping at the front door to make sure you all get Another thank you to our wonderful authors. Make sure to hit them up on their way out. Huge thank you to Thanks. And huge thank you to Jeff Remberg for curating and doing all the scripts. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for is to ask all your questions to Erik Deckers about why he wrote Pulp Fiction. Everything. So, why don't we
Before we start, I want to say hello to everybody in TV land who is watching the streaming service. I saw a few people from Indiana watching, where we are originally from. And I do want to announce another quick raffle. Sarah, hold up a copy of my book. We're doing a special raffle for a $25 ticket. You will automatically win a copy of that book. So. I wrote Pulp Fiction with a friend of mine, Jack Luger, who is a screenwriter and movie maker. And I came to him and I said, I want to learn how to do TV writing. Can we write a story about a bookstore? He said, sure. So he showed me how it worked, and we came up with a pilot. And I kind of ventured out and did a couple more episodes on my own. And then Jeff and Kimberly said, hey, we're doing this screen reading series. Why don't you take some of your episodes and turn them into a full-length script? And I did that, and it looked like 3 episodes strung together. And so I had to cut half of it and rewrite the whole thing, which is what you all saw tonight. So. So, anybody have any questions?
Are you really Erik Deckers?
I am. There are 6 Erik Deckers in the world. In the whole world. There's me, and there are 5 Belgians who all have the same name. I'm not kidding. I started a Facebook group called My Name is Erik Deckers, and it has exactly 6 members.
You're our first best Erik Deckers.
I am. Thank you. Peter.
So what's the next step now that you have read this? Are you going to be writing and trying to do something else?
The question was, what is the next step? Our goal is we would like to turn this into an actual movie. We would like to actually have this filmed, and we've had a couple of meetings with possible directors, and so we're starting to look at what do we need to do? What kind of funding do we need to get? How do we make all that work? So the next step is a giant step far off into the future, but we're already thinking about how do we make that happen. Yes, Toni.
Have you seen some of these episodes?
We recorded some mini episodes, and I don't recall, Toni, did we put these on YouTube? We can put the mini episodes that we shot. We shot a Lester Gillespie scene, and that ended up being the scene that turned him into the main villain of the story. And we also did the coffee tasting scene with Carolyn and the 3 cups, and that was actually my favorite scene of the whole show was that scene. But we filmed those, and we
filmed a Zoom episode, and I will put those all on YouTube tonight. So if you just go to YouTube and search for Polk Fiction, P-O-L-K, you'll find it. Emma.
Are you planning on writing the book that she wrote?
Am I planning on writing the book that she wrote? No, but if we ever shoot this, I'm going to take copies of Mackinac Island Nation, which is on sale for $25. And I'm going to create a Lost in Indiana cover, get those printed at Kindle Digital Publishing, and those will be the props for the movie. Or I may even turn this into a play. Those will be props for the play. Sarah.
What are you searching for your protagonist and the story? How did it come to you?
Well, I had an idea for a story. The question was, what was the inspiration for the protagonist? I'd had the idea for a story that would involve an author who wrote a somewhat well-received book and then would be inspired by J.D. Salinger and decided he was going to go into hiding and then realized nobody noticed. And so would just come back out of hiding. And so that guy, Alex, the first version of the pilot, Alex was a white man and Simon was Simone, a black woman. And then Toni said, you know, there aren't that many parts written for women these days. Why don't you turn your script into a part for me? Like, nepotism at its best. And so we thought, well, if I do that, if we make Alex a woman, we need to change Simone to Simon. And so we decided to make Simon gay and male, and then all the characters just kind of fell into place after that. Scott?
What have you found to be the biggest difference between being a playwright and being an author?
The biggest difference between being a playwright and being an author, the author, I get to where I have to describe everything. I have to describe what the characters are wearing, what are they thinking, what's happening in the environment around them. But as a playwright, and I've written a lot of radio theater over the years, like my first playwriting of any kind was radio theater. That's all voice. There are no descriptions. Everything is up in the imagination of the listener. And so when we were writing this script, I brought that radio theater sensibility to this. And I knew that I wanted to bring that same kind of imagination in your minds. You know, what are they doing? What does the store look like? What do the characters actually look like? And so I have to rely completely on dialogue for this, where the dialogue is not doing all the heavy lifting in a book. Anyone else? Yes, right here.
Yeah, so you said this became like 3 episodes turned into a movie. Was there more to the story? Where do you envision Alex going?
I still kind of want to do a TV show, but we will go wherever it takes us. But I still think even this week I've been thinking about what other episodes could I do, and so we wanted to do some more where we pursue the relationship between Leo and Alex. There's actually supposed to be a hint of a romance as the episodes went on. I wanted to do some more fallout as more and more people found out about how famous Alex was, and then just some general ridiculous bullshit about running a bookstore. Anyone else? All right. Well, oh yes, Franny.
How can we best support you in your endeavors?
I have a book for sale for $25. No, if you want to support me and support all the actors and the people who made this happen, just being here is quite a bit. There's a Patreon for it. There is a Patreon. You can support us that way. Support local arts. There are people who are writing and producing plays all the time. There are people who are doing readings and they're writing and selling their books. Just buying books from the authors. That's how you can support all of us. Just support us as artists. That's the best way to do it. All right. Well, I appreciate Jeff and Kimberly for making this happen. I appreciate all of you for coming out, especially those of you who are strong-armed into this and you still showed up anyway. Thank you very much and have a good night.
Thank you all, and don't forget to vote for us for Best of Orlando Weekly, Best Recurring Arts Nights, Arts and Entertainment. Thank you all so much. We do this every last Monday of every month. We have the next 3 on the back there, so come on back. We'll see you then.